Hello, I'm Nicholas Maxwell, and for many years I lectured in philosophy of science at University College London. And for a long time I've been arguing that we need to transform universities, transform the whole academic enterprise, so that it devotes itself to helping us to solve our big problems in the world, like climate change and war and the destruction of the environment. That it doesn't just pursue knowledge, but helps us to make progress to a more civilized, a wiser kind of world. And that's what I want to talk about. How can we create a wiser world? Well, I think there is a much overlooked idea that we should try to learn from scientific progress about how to achieve social progress towards a better, more civilized world. We should try to first of all get clear about what the progress-achieving methods of science are, generalize these methods, and then try to get them into social life so that we gradually make some progress towards a better world. It turns out that this isn't a very new idea. It was really the basic idea behind the Enlightenment of the 18th century, especially the French Enlightenment. This really was the fundamental idea of the Enlightenment, to learn from progress in natural philosophy, as they would have called science in those days, how to achieve social progress towards an enlightened world. The problem is that in developing this idea, the philosophers, Voltaire, Diderot, Condorcet and others, made three dreadful blunders. And this sort of botched version of this enormously important idea then got developed throughout the 19th century by people like Mill and Marx and Durkheim and other social scientists, and then got built into the academic enterprise in the late 19th, early 20th century with the creation of departments and disciplines of social science, sociology, economics, anthropology, psychology, and the other social sciences. And the outcome is what we essentially have today, academia devoted to the improvement of knowledge. The basic idea is, first of all, knowledge has to be acquired, and then it can be applied to help us solve social problems. But this actually is a terrible, botched version of the fundamental idea. You can tell that it's inadequate because if academia was really, rationally, actively devoted to helping us solve our big problems of living, our global problems, it would put these global problems, these problems of living, absolutely at the heart of the academic enterprise. The fundamental intellectual activity will be to get clearer about what these problems are and to propose and critically assess possible solutions, that is, possible actions, possible policies, political programs, government actions, changes in the way we live, the way our big social endeavours proceed. And this isn't really what academia does at all. It pursues knowledge, but it doesn't help us to learn how to resolve our big problems of the world. And this is why we're in the terrible mess that we're in today. Our institutions of learning have betrayed reason and as a result have betrayed humanity. What we need to do is put to correct the three blunders of the Enlightenment. The first blunder has to do with the nature of science, the nature of scientific method. The traditional idea is that in science everything is decided, what theories are accepted and rejected is based on evidence. Well, yes, of course, evidence is important, but in physics, the fundamental part of natural science, the only kind of theories that ever get accepted are unified theories, theories that say the same laws apply to the range of phenomena to which the theory applies. Even one can always invent endlessly many rival theories that are horribly disunified so as to fit the facts even better. But those theories just get ignored, not on empirical grounds, because they're disunified. So the whole enterprise is rejecting empirically successful, disunified theories, and that means that there is this big assumption built into the whole enterprise of natural science, namely that the universe is, in some way or other, comprehensible, physically comprehensible. There is some kind of unified pattern of physical law running through all phenomena. The basic aim of science, one might say, is deeply problematic. It's not just truth, it's rather truth presupposed to be unified or explanatory or comprehensible. And this is a deeply problematic assumption, and so we have to try and improve the aim and our methods as we proceed. This does go on in science, and that's why science has achieved such success, but it's not the official view that scientists uphold. So that's the first blunder. We've got scientific method wrong. We then have to generalize this idea that more generally rationality has to do with trying to improve our aims and our methods as we live, as we act, as we proceed, in the hope that we can achieve that which is of greater value. And then we need to try and get these progress-achieving, aims and methods improving methodology into social life. And that would, if insofar as an important part of this would be the job of the social sciences and the humanities, then this means that the social sciences are not fundamentally sciences at all. Their job is not fundamentally to improve knowledge. It's rather to help get into social life, into all our other institutions, apart from science, such as government and industry and agriculture and law and the media, these aims and methods improving methodology so that we may gradually make progress towards a better world. Okay.